Alright, well, welcome everyone. So now we want to create another project, and that is an image slideshow. A situation whereby different images will be sliding to the right or to the left. So that's what we want to start now. So to do that, we are going to be closing all these and open a new folder. So when you come on file here, for those using VS Code, for the Treb edit user and coder users, just create another folder. That's all. So you come to this place and open folder. So open folder, you come here, say new folder. Okay, there is. So new folder. Then we rename it as let's give it the name slide. It's a slideshow. Okay. Now we have created slideshow as name of folder. Then we select the folder. Okay. So we already have slideshow now as name of a folder. Then we can come here and create a new file and give it, let's say, slides.html. Then after slides.html, we're going to be opening another file, or folder rather. You can use folder, you can use file, whichever one. And let's name this CSS. So, and inside this CSS now we'll be creating CSS dots. That's the new file, slides.css. Okay, then we want to create another folder that is for JS. Then inside our JS, so okay, let me bring the JS out. Yes, okay, so inside this JS now we want to create a file, slides.js. Okay, so now we have our CSS folder, we have our HTML file, and then JS folder. Okay, having done this, so let's quickly go to our slides.html. Then I'm going to be generating our snippet, and that's what we have here. So let's change this title to be slideshows. Slideshow. Okay. So we don't have much. Okay, then aside from that too, we need to bring in images. So we are going to be opening another folder too and name it image. We can use img image. Okay, so now this image, now let's check for the part. Okay, programming project slideshow img. Okay, so this image now, we are going to be putting all those images we'll be needing. We are going to put them inside it. So to do that, let's go where we have our image. I don't think I need to redo this for Treb edit users. We are all used to our phones. Just bring in your images inside a folder called img. So now we come here and them. Let me just pick some. I think it's okay this way. And then, so I've copied those images now, and I'll come to so I want to locate my file, my folder, that my image folder, and then paste this there. So my image folder is inside slideshow. Okay, so it is currently empty. Alright, so we now have different images here. So I think, let me try to rename it. So I can give this one slide 1. Slide 1. Then I come here and rename this too to be slide 2. Then I come here to rename this. Then I give it slide 3. Now I will rename the fourth one slide 4. Okay, have you done all this? So our images are already inside our folder image. Okay, so now let's come here and open it. So you're going to find all the images there. So these are all the images, slide 1, slide 2, slide 3. Okay, so that is the only thing we need now. That's the only thing we need inside our HTML. So we just put the image there, then the source, then it's going to be dot slash image slash. Okay, so that is, then hot, I can give it any slideshow, I can give it any name. So I can just a slideshow pics. So let's save this and quickly go and view this. So I've told you we have different ways of viewing. You can just copy parts and then go to a browser and paste it there. Which of the browser should I use? Let me use Microsoft Edge. Alright, so this is the first image that we have here now. Don't mind this thing, it's inside the one image. I should have downloaded better images. Anyway, that's how we're going to manage it. Okay. So we have saved the image now. So that's the only image we're going to be saving there. So let's go to our slides.css. Okay, before going there, let's try to link our CSS to this file, to this HTML file. And css, then slide.css. Alright, then we go down to link our JavaScript. So remember that our JavaScript must be inside body, but the last thing under the body. So we're going to be saying scripts source, and the source is ./js slide.js. Okay, we are good to go now. So all those language type and all of that for inside here is just to describe our document better, so it's not compulsory. So now let's go to slides.css, and then okay, remember this image that we have now, we can actually give it some ID, we can give it ID of image img, and we can as well give it class name if you want to give it. So now let's go to this place. The tag name is img, is the main, so we're going to be styling it that way. So let's style img, then this. Okay, so what are those things we want to style there? So we want to talk about height. We want the height to be 100%. Okay, then we're going to be talking about width, and the width too should be 100%. Then we can talk about background size, and we say cover. So let's save this and then come to our browser to refresh. So that is what we are having for CSS. So since we are done with our CSS now, so we want to learn our JavaScript now. And then so the first thing we want to do is to declare a variable. So let's image equal to document dot, so document dot get element by ID. Okay, then what is the ID that we used here? We used image 2, so img. Okay, so there's another, we are going to be declaring another variable, and that is going to be image array. So let's array, or we say image array because it's an array that we need. So I'm going to be using similar name, image array. Then we all know that if you want to declare array, we use square brackets. Then this time now we want to list all our 4 images that we have, all the 4 images that we have. So I'm coming, just pick a quotation, then remember I saved them inside folder img, then slash slide 1 dot png is the first one, then comma, followed by image also img slash slide 2 dot jpeg, same that one is jpeg. So try to be sure of what to save your image with before you start doing it to avoid unnecessary errors. Okay, so the third one will be img, then slash slide 3 .jpeg. I've checked very well, and it seems I'm sure this is what I saved them with. So make sure you are sure of the name you saved your images with. Okay, then I also have another one here, img also. Okay, you are wondering why I didn't put dot slash. I know it's almost the same thing, so it's still going to give us the same. So far they are inside the same folder. So img slash, it's just like when you put www dot in front of a website link, and when you don't put it and you just say so things.com, so it's still going to give you, it's going to lead you to that website. So slide 4 .jpeg. Alright, so now we are done with all the arrays. So I'm going to be declaring another variable, and this time it's going to be the index. See, where I need index, I will have just said, you know, when I just said image array and I open this box and I put 0 inside it, it is talking about this. We have learned array before. If you have forgotten, please go back to it and try to relearn it so that you can follow very well. So when I pick index 0, so it's going to give us this image. When I pick index 1, it's going to give us this image. But because there are many things we are going to be joining together, we are still going to declare a function. So because of all this, I will need to give it a variable name to my image index. My image index, so it should be 0. So that is where I want it to start from. That's why I'm picking the 0. So having done this, then let me go to function. Okay, function, then I can give it a function name of slide show. You know, when it is a function, you open a parenthesis, then you open your code block. Right, so inside our code block now, this is where we are going to put our necessary code. We are going to be saying image, this our image, this variable here now. So img dot set attributes. So we want to set attributes, we want to set properties for it, how we want the whole thing to look for. So that is what this is, a JavaScript keyword, this set attribute. So set attributes, then you open your parentheses and pass in 2 arguments, this time around source. So our source of those images, then the next one will be image array. I'm coming. Then we're going to have image array. This image array, you know, it's what it's an array. So you open the square bracket in front of it and put your index there. We want it to be index 0. So without declaring this variable, we can easily say index 0, but because we need to concatenate this, we need to do some other things with this variable. That is why we just have to declare it first. So that's what I was saying the other time. Easily, if I just pick 0 here now, it is talking about this, but instead of saying that, I have declared this 0 and I've represented it with this image index. Now it's the same thing as this 0 now. So, and that's what I'm going to put inside this, the image index. So having done that, then I'm going to be saying index 0, the iteration rather. So I'm going to be adding iteration to it, so that it's going to pick everything there. After it picks 0, it will pick the next one, it will pick the, till it reaches the last one. So image index, then plus plus. Where is it? Where is it? Where is the plus? Okay, so now a conditional statement, so that with this alone, our image, this, when it picks from first, it will pick the second one, it pick the third one, it pick the fourth, then it's going to stop, because it will continue to be picking 5, 6. That is how it's supposed to be, but since we don't have up to 5, 6, so it's going to stop on 4. But for it not to stop on 4 and to continue, so we are going to be adding an additional statement. Okay, before this, let's see what we have. Let's open a default browser. Open. Okay. Okay. So this is the first image that is there now, because we have not given it the setting, we have not set interval for it, we have not given it we have not passed argument for this source. So that's where we are having it. But before we pass it, okay, before I say the if, let me pass in an argument. So, and the argument says, so I'm going to be setting interval. So set interval. If I hover on this now, it's going to give us some information. So when you are using the function set interval, is a function, so you need to declare the handler. So what is the handler now? It is this function name. It is this function slideshow that's going to be the handler, because that is what we want the code inside this function to be, what is this one is going to work with. So the handler should be the slideshow, while the timer handler is going to be the milliseconds we want it to run for. So now you just open this, and then the handler, and that is our slideshow, comma, then the timer handler now is going to be, it can be 1000 milliseconds. If you just pick 1000 now, it means 1 second. So this 1000 milliseconds, it is equal to 1 second. If you pick 2000 milliseconds, so it's equal to 2 seconds. Okay, so let's come here now and view it. So it has started changing. So the next image, and it's going to stop. So, and it's going to stop like that, because we have not told it to continue. So that is where the condition is going to come in now. So I'm going to be declaring an if statement, so I'm going to be declaring an if statement. So the if statement is the if statement is going to be that if the slideshow is more than, okay, I'm coming. So I'm going to be saying if it is more than the index, if the image index, no, we have told you to continue counting. So if it is more than the length of what we have in our array, which is just 4. So if image index is more than or equal to, is greater than or equal to our image array dot length, image array dot length. So what is the length of our image array? It's 3, because it starts from 0, 1, 2, 3. So we have just 4 of them. So when the image is equal to 4, when image index is equal to 4 or more, that is what this information is saying now, then what is the condition? Let it be equal to 0. Then you let it to be, so this is what it's going to return. So return image, no, it's not image, it's ARMD that I used. Image index is equal to 0. So it's going to take it back to the condition that image index is equal to 0. Are you getting that? So after it has, this iteration means it will keep counting. So we now say when it keeps counting, when it now reaches 4 or more, then it should be equal to 0 again. It should start from 0 again and it will continue that way. So it's just as simple as that. Before my battery runs down, so let's quickly see what we have there. Yes, 2. So the third one, the fourth one, then it's going back to the first one now. Alright, so that is just it. There is no magic there. It is as simple as that. Alright, see you in the next class. Bye.